Hey guys, darkspritegod here, and as you can see, I'm not in a regular Minecraft world at all in the least. There's a lot of buildings and flat land and trees and stuff, and not a lot is loaded in, but I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek. Oh, it's loading in. Oh, there it is. I like this a lot. I just wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek at what I've been doing lately. The buildings that I've been making, and then I wanted to take you guys down here through what I have made. I made pretty much all the buildings here except for a couple. Pretty much everything here is my build. But if we go, let's get onto the path here. And you can see as we're gliding along the dark forest floor. That's awesome. I really like what I've been doing with this. And yes, this is an adventure map that I'm building. It's an amazing build. It's going to take me forever to do because I'm using Voxel Sniper and making another open world kind of map that's going to have quests and dungeons and stuff like that, and it's going to be awesome. And you're going to need keys to go into places and all kinds of stuff like that. It's gonna have a ton of mods in it, and the download is going to be crazy, and it's gonna be great. And let me just show you that pathway that we kind of flew down there, and then that leads into this place right here. This place right here, which is the entrance, and then there's a small little town. Small being the key word there, small little town that leads up into that big city up there. And this is what we have so far. This is pretty much everything. And I wanted to show you guys this because we are going to be starting a series on the YouTubes that is going to be about me building this whole place, this whole thing. Well, me and my friend actually, because he's not on right now. I'll probably be calling him Michael because that is his name. And yes, you can see I have a ton of mods installed on my Minecraft right now. /v stone. But his YouTube or his username is Dalek777. So me and him and I, myself and his gloriousness, will be working on this map together. It started off with 3 of us, B Graves, the one who I did my one recording session of Tekkit that we ended up never finishing, who became a complete asshole. He was just really being an asshole, and he was the one who originally started us on doing another adventure map, but he became an asshole, and I ended up blowing up the world with TNT. Cough, it was his fault, even though I blew it up with TNT. I guess maybe that was a little bit extreme, but me and Michael decided to break off and do the world ourselves because we both agreed that it was Braden's fault. And now Braden is using a backup of the world that I worked on to make the thing, but we've decided, you know what, he's not going to be able to finish it by himself, and he's never going to be able to work with anybody. So yeah, we've decided that we are going to make this ourselves. And since I have done the majority of that city there, I'm going to leave the rest of it to Michael, or at least help him with it, but not leave it all to him. I wanted to start over here on extending the desert for episode 1, because we have a lot of desert to cover. And yeah, alright, so the desert is gonna be a pretty big desert, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm going to extend the town a little bit, make it a little bit bigger, have some more farms going off in it, and have some stuff like that, because right now it's really pitifully small. It's going to be, pretty much this whole area right here is going to have the little town in there, or at least the area surrounding this place right here. It's going to be full of little houses and stuff like that, and then it's going to be big, vast desert, surrounded by rainforest, surrounded by ice-capped mountains, and that's going to be the basics of this map. And I think I'm going to extend it off in this direction. it was originally going to be a floating mountain BB true slash BB true. It was originally going to be a floating island that we were working on, and the premise was that there was a civil war going on, and that we were going to be newcomers into the world, and you're going to have to learn about the Civil War and all kinds of that stuff, and it was going to be a great story, but I thought it was incredibly stupid because it was basically just a copy of BioShock Infinite and Skyrim. Not the Civil War idea, but the floating island idea was a copy of BioShock, and then we had the Civil War from Skyrim. It was this really stupid idea. I thought it was completely terrible. But B. Graves, Brayden really liked it, and he thought I was stupid. And that's where, like, everything started, basically. He thought a stupid copy of an idea of the two games that he loves the most. Those are, like, his two favorite games. He's like, oh, those aren't influencing my decisions at all. It's all an original idea. Even though we had basically no original idea except for the ones that I contributed and Michael contributed and everybody else who was a part of it, which was like 2 other people when we were coming up with the story idea. They all contributed to it, and B. Graves was like, no, it's completely my idea. I contributed to the story, all of it. And he basically helped out none with the map, so I blew it up. It was a stupid idea, stupid idea. So, but this island was originally going to be a floating island idea like we had in the other one, which quickly got replaced with the idea of not doing that because we realized how restricting that idea was and just how blatantly stupid it was. Like, partway through, we were just like, wait, we actually wanted to do that? Like, it was just a dumb idea in general. The floating island is just way too overdone. So we decided to go with something a little bit, I wouldn't say easier to do, but one that wasn't as restricting in the ways that now we can build whatever we want. We don't have to worry about stupid things like, you know, do we have enough room on this one particular island? How are we going to connect it into that island? What kind of resources are we going to have in this island? It was like, alright, now it's just one big place. And the place is a peninsula. At least I think that's what we came up with, the idea. I'm not 100% sure. We're still fine-tuning it. The idea is that it's a peninsula with half of it walled off because there is an infection going through it. Not a zombie apocalypse. It doesn't have a zombie apocalypse theme. There are other mods that add other things into it that I'm not going to spoil for you because it's a great story and I love that we came up with it so readily and easily. And the basic premise is that you're walled in and you're trying to find a safe zone, safe area, and get your group, like your sick, your children, your old, your women and children and stuff like that from your village to said safe area, and you need to find the best way to get there. But along the way, well, basically after you get to like the first town, you figure out that it's a demon causing all of it, and then you need to fight the demon. So yeah, sorry if I just ruined the first 5 minutes of the game for you, but don't worry about it. There's if you're watching this, it's probably gonna spoil a lot for you. I'm not gonna go too much into like redstone mechanics and like story plot and stuff like that, especially when Michael gets on. But right now we are doing exams, and I don't need to study right now, but he is studying right now, so I'm not. So I have time to record and do all that stuff, but he doesn't. He doesn't have time to come up on and build. As you can see, I built the island using or I made a super flat world of trap chests, and since trap chests despawn, it basically gives us our own world to start off with. And I was talking really loudly and I didn't even notice. Alright. Let's make this a wall. There we go. That should keep people out. So there will be a forum post later on once we get a good chunk of it built up that you guys can actually join and help us out on the build if you really want to, because we're going to have that option for you guys. We're going to have the option for viewers and just anybody who wants to come on and help with the... I'm talking really quietly now. Anybody who wants to come on and help with the builds, because it's just the two of us right now, and this is going to be a huge adventure map. We also need somebody to be able to record while we're building, because I need to speed build this, and some of the builds are just gigantic, and we don't really have the time to edit and upload that, especially if I'm going to be working on it all the time. So I was hoping somebody would be able to do a third-person video recording of us building, and then I would edit and upload it, but then I wouldn't have to, like, you know... It's really constricting to do it from a first-person view for anybody who's actually done these, and jeez, I really hate when this happens, because then I have no idea where any of it is. And for anybody who watched my other speed builds that I did on some of my on my other adventure map that I was working on a long time ago that got ruined as soon as emeralds weren't implemented into the game, and that's still up for download actually, the unfinished version of it. I ended up losing the world file, and I ended up not being able to host the server on my computer anymore. Basically just a bunch of stuff happened that made it so I couldn't continue working on that, and what ended up happening is I just gave up on it, because I would have had to do so much more effort, or put so much more effort into it than I really needed to get it done. So I just dropped it and was like, you know what, that's that. And you know, I was working on other adventure map ideas. I've always been kind of thinking about doing one in like the back of my head, like, oh, I should probably get that adventure map done today, and then I end up losing the world file, and it's stupid. But for right now, this is what I'm working on with a couple of friends, so I'm probably going to be getting this one done sooner or later. And at the rate I'm going, it should not take a whole lot longer than it absolutely needs to. And I might actually be able to get the next speed build ready for you guys very shortly if I can finish the desert here soon. I'm actually gonna stop the recording right here, and I'm going to restart it in a kind of speed sniping motion, don't worry. So, and I'll be back talking once I'm done that. And I'm gonna listen to some music and be tabbed out and stuff like that for a while, and I'm gonna be checking in and out, so I might cut out some stuff and edit in more stuff and do whatever I feel like doing. Because you know, I'm just doing this for fun, and you guys get to watch me do it, and I'm just gonna edit out some stuff, don't worry. So I'll see you guys after I'm done finishing the desert, and I'll see you guys then.
She may contain the urge to run away, but hold her down with soggy clothes and breeze blocks. Cetirizine, your fevers greet me again. Never kisses, or do you ever send a full stop? Do you know where the wild things go? They go along to take your honey. Way down how we build our breakfast down and say my love, love, love. La la la, muscle to muscle, and toe to toe. The fear grip me, but here I go. My heart sings as I jump up. Your hand grips and that my heart is shutting up. Do you know where the wild things go? They go on to take your honey. Bring down our sleep, build our breakfast, now let's eat my love, love, love. She bruises calls, she splutters pistol shots. Hold her down with soggy clothes and breeze blows. She's morphine, queen of my vaccine, my love, love, love. La la la, muscle to muscle and toe to toe. The spirits grip me, but here I go. My heart sings as I jump up. Your hand grips and that's my Formalin, disinfect the scene, my love, 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 please don't go. I love you so, my lovely. Please don't go, please don't go. I love you so, I love you so. Please don't go, please don't go. I love you so, I love you so. Please break my heart. Please don't go, please don't go. I love you so, I love you so. Please don't go, please don't go. I love you so, I love you so. Please break my heart. Please don't go. I need you hold. I love you so, I love you so, I love you so. Please don't go. I need you hold. I love you so, I love you so, I love you so, I love you so. I need you hold. I love you so, I love you so, I love you so, I love you so, I love you so. I need you hold. I love you so, I love you so, I love you so, I love you so. I need you hold. I love you so, I love you so, I love you so, I love you so, I love you so. I need you hold. I love you so, I love you so, I love you so, I love you so. I need you hold. I love you so, I love you so, I love you so. Please don't go. I need you hold. I love you so, I love you so, I love you so. No.
Well, that's it, guys. That's all for right now. I really had a lot of fun making this. There was a lot of troubles, like over there. I messed up and I had to redo it and stuff. But over here, I'm going to add some rainforest trees on top of this plateau here, and just to fill out the area a little bit. I think I'm going to add a tree down there, and you know, have that there. And that's going to be a little bit of an underground oasis place right there that looks really good, and I think it's gonna work out well. I'm going to make a little maybe a little build down here. I don't know. I didn't actually finish the desert like I was planning because I saw this and I was like, oh god, I have to make it now. So I didn't get the desert finished like I wanted to, but hopefully that will happen sooner or later. Let's get me another arrow here. /BT jungle. There we go. What? Oh, that's right. They don't look that big. For some reason, I thought the jungle trees were going to be bigger than they were. Most of them don't grow to be like as big as some of those are like a tree on top of a tree that I do sometimes to make them look bigger and make the forest look a lot more dense. And pretty much that's going to be what stops people from just coming up that little ramp right here, is just all the trees that are right there. That and it's just the sheer cliff face that you're faced with. This is about the average height of the place. The desert is really sunken in. That's why it's all warm right there, because it's really sunken in. The canopy just gives it so much just all the moisture is brought up to the trees, so any rain that falls down there just gets taken up to the trees, and the desert never really gets to see much water except for the cactus and some of the scarce looking trees, some of the scarce dead looking trees that you can find in there. And for some reason the trees aren't growing where they should be, because it should look very, very dark when you're down there. Because there should just be like a straight up canopy right here. And don't worry, we will be making some custom made trees that we're going to copy and paste throughout the world. Not all of them are just going to be rainforest trees like this, but this just makes it a lot easier when we're starting off, especially with builds like these that there's only 2 of us to make them. Well, me right now, because, you know. But this makes it really quick and easy to make a really good looking jungle canopy. After I'm done with these jungle trees, I'm going to leave you guys there, and that is going to be day 1 of building an adventure map. And obviously this is not day 1. I've been working on this for a long time before you guys got here, but this is just day 1 of me filming it. I didn't really want to spoil it or talk when Michael wasn't ready, so I decided to film it now that I'm done some of the major builds in the city. It makes sense for me to start the series now when I'm working on one of the more boring parts of this. Even though I probably should be starting at a very exciting point. That kind of didn't happen. And yeah, you can just see like the denseness of all this. Yeah, let's go down here. And yeah, I could, like, this is a free roam adventure map. There's gonna be like tree houses and little tree hut villages and stuff like that in here. You can just see the denseness of all of this and how awesome it looks. And it really does make the build look a lot better from down here. Look, you're in the desert and you just see that, and we put some like 2-3 trees down here just to give it a more filled out look. And I'm going to take a quick screenshot for the I'd like to be able to get both the rainforest and the cave and stuff.